I'll be completely honest with you, I had no idea you could kill crows in this game. But they just completely disintegrate, but I find it highly amusing. Hello everyone, the Army of Otters here, and welcome back to the Unexplored Mojave. Today we're going to be checking out Wolfhorn Ranch, which was recommended to me by Asgaro, so thank you very much for the recommendation. Now, Wolfhorn Ranch is actually a location I'm very surprised I have never covered in a previous video, because it's a location I'm very familiar with, both familiar with its lore and its background during development. And the reason I know things about Wolfhorn Ranch is because it's a place I always visit every time I play through Fallout New Vegas. It's pretty much the halfway point, for me at least, between Nipton and Novak. It provides a safe place to rest up, get some ammunition. Also, there's a copy of Tumblers Today inside, which of course I've already picked up earlier on my playthrough. Now, there is a lot of really interesting lore regarding this place, and a lot of that is related to its original name. Now, prepare for me to butcher some pronunciations, I apologize, but in Italian, Spanish, French, and German, the name of Wolfhorn Ranch is actually Acampamento de Ulysses, Campamento Ulysses, Camp de Ulysses, and Ulysses Lager. Now, these names obviously hint that this place once belonged to Ulysses. And of course, Ulysses is our good friend from Lonesome Road, who we've already covered in several videos that were very successful. Now, in development, Ulysses was supposed to be a part of the base game, and he was going to be a companion, but he had to be cut because of rushed development, and he was brought back much later in Lonesome Road. And here you can see the location of Wolfhorn Ranch, east of Nipton and southwest of Novak. Now here at the bottom of Wolfhorn Ranch, we can find kind of a jerry-rigged well. We can see these pipes leading out of the well into some kind of water purifier. However, it appears the water purifier is malfunctioning because it has radiation in it. Over here we can find various planters growing several different types of crops. Then over here we just have some rocks, and there's really nothing on the western part, just a ridge that protects the ranch. Then if we follow the path up towards the shack, where obviously Ulysses probably used to live, we can find a small shed with some kind of feeder for what I would assume to be Brahmin or maybe bighorners or something like that. Inside of the shack, there really isn't a whole lot. As I mentioned before, there's a copy of Tumblers Today. It can be found within the refrigerator. On top of the stove is a unique weapon called Chopper, which is a unique variant of the cleaver. And then we also have some ammunition crates and not much else. However, we can use this as player housing if you want. Everything in here is safe for storage. Moving up to the top of the ridge near the windmill, we can kind of find it branches off to two locations. One is just a fortification, and I'm kind of surprised this is not used by the Legion or NCR, as it does provide a pretty good fortification between Nipton and Novak and Camp Searchlight. Then over here we can find a grave, and you can actually loot this grave without a shovel, which is kind of weird or interesting. All other graves require a shovel to loot. There isn't much inside of it besides some ammunition and weapons and chems. Now, this grave is actually a metaphorical grave for Ulysses, because he had to be cut from the final game. However, of course, Ulysses is still alive, and he was brought back for Lonesome Road. And then the player character can actually decide Ulysses' fate, if you will choose to kill him, or if you will choose to let him live. Now, also, apparently, you can hear whispering at this grave. And I listened for a really long time, and I'm not sure if I caught it, or if it's just the wind within Fallout New Vegas. However, I do think it is whispering, because I just never have really heard the wind sound like this, so I will play the clip, and you can decide for yourself. But according to the wiki and several Reddit posts, there is whispering here, However, I couldn't find any audio of it anywhere on the internet, so I just kind of had to take the word of other people for it. Now, if that's the whispering, I think it's pretty cool, but nonetheless, this place is really interesting and is kind of creepy. Alright, and as always, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you have any recommendations for the next video, please post them in the comments section below. And as always, until next time.